Hello. Right, this wasn't planned or scheduled, so I'll try and keep it quick. But I've just had a dog in for an AI. Anyway, I've tested him with two different extenders. I want to show you guys the difference in these extenders because I've had a few chilled arrive to me and it hasn't woken up the best, or it's woken up but then the longevity once it's woken up hasn't been particularly great. So I'm jumping on this live really quick to show you because it's on my scope now before it all dies off. Any questions, obviously just ask me, but I'm going to be turning the camera around. So same collection, two different extenders. One's £100, one's what was it, 30 quid. One was 30 quid delivered. So let me swap this around. I'm hoping you're going to see this okay on my screen, so if you can't, you need to tell me. But this is a French Bulldog collection. It's been on the scope at least 20 minutes now because I've done the AI, I've put it on the scope, I filmed a bit, and then I decided actually why not show you live. So you can see there's a couple of dead in there, not really worried about that, but they're swimming pretty well. You just want to track like one semen swimming across from one side of the screen to the other. So concentration looks pretty good. This is diluted down, so it's 50% semen, 50% extender. So it's flowing, it's swimming fairly well. I find generally when I use extender anyway, it can get a bit, I call it head banging. It gets a bit juddery, and I think that's a bit like they've had too many Red Bulls because the extender it has sugars and proteins in it, so basically it provides a favourable environment for it. But this is all good. So generally, this has been on the screen, on the slide, 20 minutes. I'm happy with this. Now, if I show you the second extender, it's a little bit concerning. So this is the second extender, and I'm hoping you can see that okay. But can you see a lot of it? There are swimmers there, and the problem is because they are swimming fairly decently, they're pretty hard to catch on the screen. But you can see there's quite a lot of dead ones there. And well, not dead ones, sorry. Quite a lot of immobile ones there, and when you actually zoom in, can you see that they're spinning? So they look like their head's stuck and they're just spinning in circles. So obviously none of this is actually going to get a bitching pup. Now initially when you put this on the screen, it looks as good as any other, and then you'll start to see that the semen's reacting with the extender. So I did this because I've had a few chill boxes in, and as I say, it's a chill box I'd not experienced before. So I actually went on their website and ordered their extender because I just wanted to see out of interest what it was like. So I've done literally a like for like comparison. Extender 1, over 100 quid, extender 2, 30 quid. We're staring at extender 2. Now obviously this is a one-off dog, so I don't know if it's just that the dog's not good with extender 2 and extender 1 he is. So until I do further tests I won't really know, but I just wanted to put it out there. I know people are quite hot on asking clinics what blood testing machines they are using and all that kind of jazz, and I disagree with a lot which one's the best one, but still, that's something else. But I generally semen check most males that I have in that have a premium AI to see if they're compatible with the extender I use to save instances like this. So if this was shipped, it would initially look fine, and then I would assume it's going to replicate exactly what it's doing now. So you'd stick it on the screen, it looks fine, and then you come back to it 15 minutes later or 10 minutes later and it's all spinning. So there are swimmers in there, so I'm not saying this wouldn't get a bitchin' pup, but when you've got over 50% of them non-motile, then basically you're halving your concentration. So say this done, it was 600 million total sperm count, really you've only got 300 million doing the job. So I'm literally just going to go back to the original one, and then if you've got a question, ask it. Otherwise I'm going to jump off, but I just wanted to show you the differences in extender, and I am a person where I do believe you get what you pay for. Ah, look, can you see some of them have started spinning? So that's interesting, because they weren't earlier on, so they've taken longer to spin, and I think there's probably only just less of them. But it always interests me. I would say there's less spinners, but they are spinning now. So it's this more expensive extender has also caused them to start spinning. So maybe this dog might not be particularly compatible, but I would say that there are less of them, and there's a big ball of them trying to get into something there. So yeah, I just wanted to share with you. So if you are sending chilled, maybe it is worth doing checks beforehand to see how compatible your male is. And I do like doing these longevity tests where you just sort of stick it on the screen and see how it dies. Yeah, just out of interest, because just to see if that's going to make a difference. But that's it. So if you've got no questions, if you have, ping them up, I'll come back to them. Otherwise, I'm signing off. Bye.